enthusiasts, have a super fun song here called Sister Golden Hair by the band America. Great song with some really cool strumming patterns. There is one bar chord, but I'm going to show you how you can change that so you can just play open chords. What we're going to have in this song is we have an A minor chord, we have a C chord, we have a G chord, E minor chord, D minor chord, and we do have an F chord, but you could always use this F major 7. Okay, that's an E. It sounds really great on this song, and if you're noticing, playing all of these chords with a capo on the 4th fret of my guitar, and that's giving this really bright sound on the bottom. So again, A minor, C, G, E minor, D minor, F bar chord if you're working on your bar chords. If not, this F major 7 works perfectly fine. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on this song. We're going to start with the intro, okay? And we basically have a 4-measure pattern that he kind of repeats. So what I'm hearing when I listen to this intro, on the A minor chord, I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, and 4, and which is down, 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 up, down, up, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what he does is he switches over to an F chord, okay? Or if you want to use the F major 7, that's perfectly fine. The F major 7, he does a slightly different strumming pattern on, which is 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if I put these back to back, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and. All right, so if you're not playing 2 different strumming patterns back to back, you might want to sit here and just work on those. Again, back to A minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, and then what we do is we have 2 measures of C, which goes back to the A minor strum. So that's pretty easy. Then you're back to 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so if you put those 4 measures together, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, so just one little measure in the middle. That's different. And then we go to an E minor chord and we just kind of repeat the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so that's our intro. So if I take that from the top, I'll play it a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our intro, a little bit faster now. 1, 2, here we go. So that is our intro section of the song. Now, I hear a few other things going on in the verse, but if I was going to sing and play this at the same time, this is what I would do on the song. So I would take just an 8-note strumming pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I would accent the 2 and 4. So this song has a really driving beat to it. So to start off, I would just have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? And that sounds all well and good until you put in a little spice. So you can hear on the 2 and 4, I'm almost, because I'm playing by myself, I don't have a full band, I'm creating that band effect by adding a little bit of oomph, a little bit of percussion on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm just aggressive simply strumming the 2 and 4. I'm also strumming more of the strings. Okay, so on the other strums, I'm just kind of hitting the lower notes of the guitar. Okay, lower in pitch, not lower on direction, lower pitch of the strings. Okay. So it gives me a little bit more of a drive on this song. So if I take the verse, well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed, and I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree this time that a woman sure could be a friend of mine. So the other great thing about this in using the F major 7, it's a really easy transition into the C chord. So if I use F major 7, my first and third fingers are already in place. All you have to do is lift up that pinky, move the second finger up, and you're right in place there, okay? I encourage you, if you're working on bar chords, try and throw them in, but if you want it to sound better, for you to play for friends, you can always use the F major 7. Now I just want to make a note, there was one section where there was a split measure of A minor and E minor in that verse. So all I did was 1 and 2 on the A minor, and then 3 and 4 on the E minor. So it was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so just a half measure of each. But you can see how having that accent gives a little bit more drive to the song, right? As opposed to just, it'll work. Well, I try to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed. Now, if I throw the accent in, it's on Monday, and I got myself undressed. It just gives a little extra oomph. It gives a little bit more drive to the song, so I like that. Now, on the second verse, it's played pretty much the same except for the ending, okay? So I want to just make a note on that. So on the first verse, we have 2 strums on C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The second time, we're going to be going into a chorus. So that C, the second C, we're going to do 2 down strums on 1, 2, and then we're going to mute the guitar. And I do that by just resting my fingers gently on the strings with my strumming hand. So, but it does okay, hear that 1, and then I just quickly mute the strings. So I have my D minor chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then I have my F chord or F major 7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then I had a C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1, 2, which is then going to bring us into our chorus section. Now the chorus section we're going to treat much like the verse section, except on the end, we're going to be doing 1 strum per chord, all right? So our D minor chord is going to be, well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. And then we go right back into our intro section. And we got 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. a huge fan of the band America, I highly recommend you go check out my more intermediate lesson on Horse with No Name, where I show you some fun and cool strumming patterns. Go check that out right over there.